Floyd's jab is the opposite of what we would teach a beginner. If a beginner does certain things that Floyd does, we will probably consider it a mistake, and this is what makes his jab so good. First of all, we see his elbow flaring out. And whilst I was a beginner in kickboxing, I watched a lot of videos online, like how to draw a jab, how to draw a cross. Oh, don't flare out your elbows, telegraphing, it's doing this. But now we see one of the greatest boxers breaking this rule. Breaking the rule that we would say to a beginner, no, this is a mistake. But we see Floyd is doing this, okay? A beginner would maybe over-exaggerate it, so flaring it out too much. But when we look at his biomechanics, we just see that it is not the normal straight line. It is not the normal, oh, everything moves together in the body. We are going to look at the hips and the torso in a second, what they do whilst he's drawing the jab. But we see that it's not the normal straight line, and his elbow is flaring out. Also, he often steps to the left side in a lot of scenarios. He also steps to the left side while throwing his jab. And when he steps and flaring his arm out, the hip rotates, the hip starts rotating. And then after, you see just a split second, the torso starts to rotate as well. So it's not hip rotates and torso rotates at the same time, but it is the hip starts to rotate when he's doing the step and flaring his arm out. And then after, shortly, just a millisecond after, the torso starts to rotate again, creating stretch through the kinetic chains, again making your punches more powerful. And what is also really important here, looking at the biomechanics, is his hip moves back and his body comes a bit forward. When your body is coming forward, again something that we would probably not teach a beginner. Let your body come a bit forward. We see, for example, Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates, when he's drawing his cross, his body leans a bit forward. And you do not want to overlean, you want to have balance in your body, and you do not want to overthrow or lose balance, of course not in MMA, but of course as well not in boxing and kickboxing, to not get counted. But leaning a bit forward puts the body mass into your punch more. And so again, we see a great example of this in Sammy Schild, a great jabber in kickboxing, knocked a lot of people out with a jab. And when we look at his jab, we just see that his hip moves back and his body moves a bit forward, okay? And as well, we see Mayweather Sir. We see again, when he's jabbing, his hip moves back. And this is what we want to do in a jab. The hip moves back and the body comes a bit forward. Don't lean too much into it. It's a jab, okay? The jab is used often to be a safe punch. You know, it's a punch that has the less risk of all punches. Again, you do not want to lean too much forward to not get exposed. But the biomechanics are hip is moving a bit back and body comes a bit forward. This is exclusively for the jab. The hip moves back and the body comes forward. And so just to summarize, we see again Floyd is stepping to the side. Whilst he's stepping, his hip starts to rotate. His elbow is flaring out. His hips rotates first, then his torso, and then he's connecting with the punch and the step is landing. As well, whilst he's doing this, whilst he's landing, the hip pushes a bit back and the body pushes a bit forward to get that extra power. So guys, see you back here soon. It was a fun video to make. See you back.